Okay. You know, you have to give me a minute. Now I have to go and check this. No, it's not showing me here. I don't know why. It's just too bad. It's just too bad. Okay, it's showing it. Okay. So just give me 1 minute. Okay, my cat just showed up. Okay, now just give me 1 second. Okay. So I'm going to give somebody time to come back to the video that ended, in which I'm going to take this over here, copy, go back to Facebook. Let me see what's going to happen here. Let me see. Okay, yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so what I started to say, and it is in my last video, I can't believe I just canceled this and had to redo it in a new video. I don't even know where I began this whole thing. There's so much going on. So I'm going to start in the middle of something. For those of you who don't know what I do, I am sleuth. When I say I am sleuth, okay, I am a detective. I am the alphabet, I am the alphabet detective. I like to say that I am a numbers detective. I'd like to say I like to find out and understand things like dashes and dots and how Morse code possibly worked, and the separation between things before it can create something. So dashes and dots can create letters and numbers, and then when you put them together, a number 7 with another number 7, it looks like the T was created. And within the T, there's the 2 delta angles, because if I put these up the other way, it wouldn't be a T anymore. This piece over here, if I flipped it upside down and recreated this exact image over here, this will turn into the letter I. In between this creation, on the side, I put a 2 and a 5. And then if it didn't work there enough, okay, I also did it. Where is it? Hold on a second. I'm trying to get it over here on the floor. Hold on a second. Right there on the floor. That on the floor is 5775. And in between it, it creates number 33, mass. And when you see the bottom, okay, it's 2775. You see, it's a 5 there and it's a 2 there. But in reality, it's just mirrored. So it looks like a 2. And inside, it creates 4 1s and a 0. So there's that image. Okay, so let's get on to some of this work. You're going to have to scooty, baby. Okay, so what happens over here is there's angles. If I'm drawing on this angle, okay, I'm not going to draw on this angle, but I will tell you a story and why. When I'm drawing on this angle, this is one angle. The minute I cross over, I will create 4 separate areas. Right now, there are 2 areas. There's the bottom to the left and the top to the right. What is above is below. And the reality of that is it's the letter F. See, that has the short arm because it's cut off. So it creates this design. So if I would draw it this way, you would be crisscrossing. Okay, so anyways, this is just what designs do. Jiminy crackers, come on, come on, come on. Just can't you just sit and just relax a little bit, please? 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 So now we're going to try and see if I can get on with this. Does anybody know Sarah? Who was Sarah? Was that Abraham's first wife? Harris, Hotel Suites and Casinos? Or was it Sarah? Nay, was it Sarah? G, was it Sarah? Here, this is, or here, area code 514. Where's area code? What other area codes? These are the letters. It is the moon, the sky pass. It is ADN. ADN, there's two ways to create ADN, first level and second level of 4. Understanding we have 3, and then the added, I'm making a scenario, try and understand, and then we add the 4th one here, making it complete. Or we can go the 3 dots, the 1 dot, the 2 dots, and the 3 dots, and say what happens is we got 4. I can prove we have 4. You want to know how we have 4? Hold on a second. I want to go see something. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So in this one, how do we have 4? Because this is A. A goes over to B. B goes over to C. C goes over to A, equaling D. We move 3 times, but we have 1 rotation. 3 times 120 degrees. Or we can add in the 4th dot and go A to B, 1, over to C, back to A as D, and then over to E. So here we made 4 moves, completing everything, reaching the E world. The new discovered half-life connecting the first half and the second half. Now it cannot be seen, which is the half world. ENW or NEW, and we're going to just add the S for number 5. 14th letter, say 70. 5th letter, say 25. 23rd letter, we can't go to 100, so it will become 16777. 555777, all in the news, all through the moon. Well, I'm not sure if I want to call it the truth or not. What am I talking about? I'm going to explain this to you. Okay. Let me create this scenario first, which is like this scenario, but bigger. So when this is done, if we want to go, I'm going to look at this as A, B. This is the way it's supposed to be. It's A, B, C, but I'm just marking it this way. What happens? Sorry, hold on a second. I can't do that. Wow. I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing that right now. A, B, C. Over here, it's going to be a D. So it'll be DB and DC. D takes over for A because it went all the way around. Now, what happens is your blocks end right over here. But there's an area for a block here. There's an area right here for another set of blocks, the same way as these blocks. So now when you take a look at these blocks, okay, the D block is split in half. The E block is split in half. The F block is not. When we create our first sector, now these all change. I mean, this is really confusing. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this tonight. It's something new to me. I will get onto something much easier to understand. I need to do this for myself right now. If you want to put it down for 2 minutes, I'm going to come back and explain something else. So not only that, but now we have to remember this is 3, this is 7, and this is 11. 7, 11. So we have switched over, okay, from the ABC world. A plus B equals 3. Plus 3 equals 6. F6 is on this side. And what cuts right over here when E and D, that is 9. So it's in rotation because this becomes the half area. You follow what I'm saying? Because we have these 3 that were created in the total of 6, this becomes the half area. So that's why I drew the line. The original 3 are A, B, C. But there's another way to look at this, which is going to change the whole perspective, is that if I showed you that there were 9 dots here, that there are 9 dots here, that there are 9 dots here, every face has 9 dots, that your calculator has 9 dots, your ATM has 9 dots, your telephone has 9 dots, we replace them with numbers. Replace those dots with numbers. So this is what happens. It's in rotation of 96, where ABC was replaced with DE as D. ABC as D is inside the first world. D is inside of this world, where E actually is not. I don't know if I should have drew this line over here or not. I'm really not sure, right? I mean, it's just like if I would draw this line over here. What is this? See, there's a whole story going on. And when you draw that line, because I drew both of them, I went A into D, and okay, because it falls on this number. Well, that's the way it is. I can do it for this one also. Okay, you want me to do it for this one also? I'll do it for this one also. But this is in the primary ABC, right? So once you draw it for this one, right? Once you take away these 2 and these 2, A and F is that half world. 1 and 6, or the polarity. The 6 is the half world because of the in-between dots. 9, 6 in rotation. Now the thing is, in our real numbers, okay, when they show up, if these were real numbers, I mean, the way I usually look at it, the way I look at my my telephone, okay, it's A, B, C is supposed to be over here. And AB equals to C, you know, so. And then D is over here. So if I was to really do this again, it would be A, B, D, E. That's where that half place comes in E, to that side. And it's split, okay, between C and G, creation of the gateway through the E world, ABD. I'm just trying to understand how that works. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. It shows that the gateway is split, and so is creation. And so it's split into the E worlds, ABE, 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 age. I'm just looking through this. So now once we do this, we're going to add on the bottom section, which is F, H, and I. So we can see that C, E, G, 3, 5, and 7 have been split between 6, 8, and 9, and 1, 2, and 4. This is their inversion. So if you want to look at inversion, you'll see 10, you'll see 10, and you'll see 10. This 19 and 28 is found in the grid line for Rota Sator Tenant Opera. Something to do with the moon, movement of time, the moon. The 9 and 6 are in rotation of 8. The uncanny reality to this is that by just drawing number 9 or drawing number 6, in full extension, we create an 8 in between. And as you know by now, I repeat a lot, different things come up. And these show two different angles. Now this is the 6th star. This is the 6th star. You want to call it the hexagon. And the reason for that is this line over here, and this line over here, and this line over here. It creates the hexagon. And this is like the hexagon. When you see the Star of David, you see the way this is on an angle. The same way as this, and this is on an angle. So this, 9 times 8 is 72 times 6. 72 times 5 is 360 plus 72. So it's 1.25. And there's 1.25 extra days in the year. Let me see if we can do this again. 6 times 8 is 48. 8 times 9 is 72. 9 times 6 is 54. When you multiply them at all, it goes 72 times 6 equals 2. 420, 452. Is that correct? 452, 420, and 12. 432. 432. Is that Earth's vibration and movement of the half day? The half day is 720 minutes. 72 is what creation created. And it created through its own reality. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 plus 6 is 9, equaling to 27. The creation of this number over here comes from this number over here. 1 times 8 and 1 plus 8 equals to 9 equals to 8. The multiplication of the two greatest numbers in which have been empowered by 2 to the power of 3 and 3 to the power of 2. Creation, the spirit in Venus. 432 is your vibration. Half of 432 is 216 or 2160, which is the girth diameter of the moon, the number of seconds or minutes on a clock, to the half-life, which is the only 7 light that you find on a cube that creates all the other 7s. Okay, and this is the girth of the moon, in which the moon, number 57, controls the oceans. It is understood that some of the women rate the follow the pregnancy or whatever that is. The Hebrews follow the moon and know the word he and we in 13 and 12. 13 and 12. He, we have exchanged the heaven for the 23rd letter in creation, to the male and the female in the first teen you will ever have. First teen, it is the first of its kind. Not only is 13 the first of its kind, but D4 is the first of its kind. D4 is the first of its kind because when you say this, it is the 4th letter. It is the 23rd reverse. And here, lo and behold, the 23rd reverse to the D. 2 and 3, 5, 4. This is 1 for the sun. This will create 11, and then it will create 2. And then it'll start all over again. Number 42 is right over here. It is the cat. It is what is 5 and 9. The numeric value of 5, F-I-V-E, equals to 42, as well as 9. And so do these dice cubes tell us the same story, where 4 and 5 equals to 9. But the invert reality is it's 5, to where you have the 3 and 6, 9. You see, 9 doesn't begin until creation. You see, the only thing that can happen with 2 is you can only get to heaven. But until you have 3 and you bring this Holy Spirit of number 5, the ace hole, into the game, you now create what is your number 6. Or if you want to do it this way, right? Can you do it this way and make number 6? You see, this way, it's number 7 and bringing in the heavens. But this way, right, you create number 9 with this one. Anyways, I don't want to put that in. So this was the first of its kind, and it's a teen. When D becomes a teen, it becomes the first of its kind. And you have to remember, because standard is an ABC, first, second, and third, you have to know that when you get to 13, I'm just trying to remember what I wanted to say. 13 will create 7, and 12 will create 5 mathematically. This will create DC. When it creates the multiplication of DC, what it does is the X, okay? In creating DC, we must create it with the X. In creating the X, we create a box of quarters, okay? Of quarters. Quarters, ter meaning earth. QU meaning the 17th and the 21st letter, the cube and earth in Venus and Jupiter. And it's Venus and Jupiter because in creation, 9 times 9 equals to 81. 8, 1, line 1, 8, 1, 8, 1, line 1, connect. And what's ironic is that the heavens, 9 and 8, which come from the same fabrication of numbers, which is created through Jupiter, creating the numbers of Venus and Resh, the archangel, valued at 200. The calculation for that is when 8 times 8 equals to 64, and you draw a line and you come down to 64. Here's 4, and you draw all the way. Sorry, I don't want to do that one. I want to do 63. Okay, and 63 comes in a line when 7 times 7, this is your gateway, Okay, 7 times 7 equals to 49. So we're going to connect 4 with 9 and 4 with 9, and we create this line here. Okay, so this is where it begins. This is the hat. You see the jack and the king wear this hat? This is created through numbers. So when you have 7 plus 7, 14, you have 1 here and 4, and 1 here and 4. So the 14 plus 49 equals to 63. So it comes here and here. So the total equation of the star system math of 77 equates right into what Jupiter created is Venus. And inside the creation of Venus comes the gateway as 6, 3, and 3, 6, in which are the letters I and R. That I and R are right over here. And by the way, it's 0, 9, which shows rotation. All zeros equal 6, which shows you the same 72 that I spoke about before inside the relationship of the leftover of the letters that are above and below the center line, in which gave me 6 times 72, or the vibration, wherever that fits for those who understand and follow the vibration, the human vibration of some sort. Okay, which when you split this in half, it becomes what the moon is at 2160, the girth of the moon that controls the oceans and the birth on this planet. Noted that 18 will create 89 high, 8 and 9. And what will 8 and 9 create? 72, 17. They fit as 1. We do all kinds of math with it to see what we can do, mostly multiplication in a crisscross if you want, because 1 and 2 have to come together, creating 3. So all of a sudden, 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. We will now work with all creation stems out and reaches 35. So if creation reaches 35, and we must leave D, right, as the polarity to the creation in C. So what will happen from that is ABC equals 6, ABCD equals to 10, 4 through 9 equals to 35. So our basic standard creation in through the birth and our first striped ball after the 8 heaven connect is 35. We will now add on, okay, this missing 6. Instead of adding it on here, we're now going to add it on here. Why aren't we adding this on? Let me see if I got this right. Now, this number, sorry, I cannot count this number. It's 5 through 9. Sorry. It's 5 through 9 because of this equation. Once ABC went to sleep, it's standard. The polarity in finishing off the creation is ABCD. So one side, you're going to have 6. On the other side, you're going to have 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. And the polarity of 6 is 1, creating the half-life. And what is so powerful about this is because the word 1 equals to 3 and 4, 7. That is the polarity of everything. That is the heart of everything, 3 and 4. Not only that, its polarity of its 6 is 5 and 2. And 6, the half-life, is telling you about the jack, which is earth, plugged in. Heart, earth, jack. This will create 17. This will create 19. This will continue on to create more. This will not. 6 goes further down the road. 1 stops. So the polarity of 6 with 1 is standardized at number 19, which the base, in order to create number 1, you needed number 13 to create this, which is 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 to create this number. But if you don't know where 13 comes from, well, I'm going to show you where 13 comes from. If I have my book. Now, I don't have it here, but I'm going to tell you. Okay, number 13, okay, comes from, do you see number 6 over here? Well, the gematria count is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then over here is 6. Do I need the block 7 over here? There's other ways to do this design to where I climb 7 stairs straight up. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. I split everything between A, B, C. I create 8x8, or 8, a big O and 8. At the same time, there are 2 stars of David's that are sitting inside of this. And I don't know all the contraptions. This is where my 66 comes in. Having that 66 and knowing about that comes back and brings me to where are we in this scenario right now, and why am I here? 6 and 6 is 12. It is the primary 12. Do not forget, 6 and 6 equals to 12. It is the split of 12. Okay, where 5 and 7 create 12. Okay, where 4 and 8 create 12, where 3 and 9 create 12. You see, it doesn't go any lower than 3. The polarity is between 3 and 4, but it never goes higher than 9. In fact, there is no 9. According to the alphabet, we're going A to Z. This is 1 and this is 8. The 9 is not on the outside, the 9 is on the inside. So the 9 has to be inside somewhere. Well, there's a 9 here and there's a 9 here. And inside the 9 here is J through S. J through S. J through S. 10, 19. 1 plus 9, 1 plus 0, 1. 1 plus 9, 10. 1 plus 0, 1. This one is black. This one is red. This is Jupiter, Venus coming together. Jupiter, Venus coming together. Twice it's mentioned it. 66 is what creates 12, what creates the E world. Number 23, creation, or 32 if you want. But if it's any of these, I'm going to have to shift the alphabet in order to reach these numbers. But I could, because I get it off of the games. I shift the alphabet of 26 all the way down. Okay, I don't want to lose my vision. So I was on number, which number was I on? Okay, 1 and 6. I showed you this one. This one will go on to create 78. Then it'll create 56 and 15, and it'll come back to 17 again. So it's going to keep going around. And in all of this, it's an 8, and then it's a 6. It becomes a 7 and an 8, which is the gateway, G and H. It's another way to say F, G and H. Laugh. In which its multiplication shows me a half-life, giving me number 65. Half-life is the Q. Okay, it is a reverse of creation of alpha, beta, 1 and 2, in which comes together in 3 for creation, which goes 3 through 9, equaling to 42. Three through 9 equals to 42. And then once it gets to 4 through 9, this is the polarity, equals to 39, right? I don't count 1, 2, 3, 6. I take off 6, okay? And the house, okay, of 4, okay, starts between 5 and 9, because this is here, it's A and B equaling to C. Okay, and now I'm going to go A, B, C equals to F, and I'm going to go A, B, C, D equals to J, 3, 6, 1. That's just the base. So what happens over here? J is actually 10. So I'm just gonna mark 10. I'm gonna explain it to you in a minute. One of the things about 4 is that if here's a box, 1 box, here's a box, 2 box, here's a box, 3 box, and then I go back home, and what was A is now D. So I have a funny feeling there's a good chance, there's a good chance that the cube might have the polarity. I shouldn't have done that other one. The polarity of 1 could be 4, because that's what happens when you run this way. When you run this way, the triangle. When you run this triangle, right, it's A, 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots. This is 120 degrees. It's not a 90 degree, 4 separations. This is the true, I'm looking, this is the true moon numbers, not these numbers. 40 times 9 is 36, okay? 140% of 9 equals to 36. So it would be 126. That's absolutely perfect. 0's equal to 6. 6 can equal to 0. They're the same. 40% of our time and stuff has been moved. This is what I see in basic. Every time you hit a D, okay, every time you hit the 4th area, it's starting over again. So in order to do the full formation, well, first of all, just let me show you one thing I wanted to show you, is that the 1 and the 4, which is 5, will create that 9, but it will create the 6 and 3, 9. It is the largest 9. What is the difference between the 3, 6, 9 and the polarity of the 4, 5, 9? You see, there's 3, 6, 9 and the 4, 5, 9. Do you remember I told you 6 and 5 have a polarity of their own? Well, this is where it shows up right over here, because there's a polar between the 3 and the 4. Since there's a polar between the 3 and the 4, and these two sets of dice can create 9, we're going to see that this is a polarity of this. So then the 6 is a polarity to 5. The 1 somehow becomes either it's a polarity or something in between. Maybe I'm not using the right words. So that would mean if 6, 5 are now a polarity, we are going to have 6 and we're going to put over here 5. So wait, we had the 1, 4, we had the 6, 5, and we have the 3, 4. We have the 3, and the 4. So when these two come together, it's funny, because now this is telling me the 10th month is the octagon. But anyways, so do you understand what I'm trying to say in this? They're both 99. So this is going to tell me what, like, I want to know something. Is there another 9? We're not going to use a singular number for 9. We will not, because it's all A, B, C, D, and then you have E, and then you have I, H, G, F. After this, it's a complete mirror. And you have to have the passage. And the passage in this is number alpha, beta. 1, 2. 1 times 2 equals 2. 1 plus 2 equals 3. So I'm asking myself a question. Are there 3 areas? Okay. 3 areas. Okay. 1 times 2. 3 areas. 1 times 2. And there are 2 areas. I'm just trying to think something to do with multiplication that are half areas. 2 of the 3 areas our half areas. I'm just trying to figure this whole thing out. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one, there's 3, and there's 3 and 2. It's 1 and 2, 1. But which one is it? Which one is it? Anyways, it's showing me this. This is 2, this is 3. It started as 1 and 2, and then it went to 2 and 3. Started as 1 and 2, but it's no longer 1 and 2, it's 2 and 3. The polarity of 1 and 2, okay, was 6 and 5. Now, the polarity of 2 and 3 is 5 and 4. This is the sun, and this is the Yo 11. EC, number 35 or 53. Remember that number we spoke about before? This is also part of creation. The mathematics for this will give us 30 and 11. You add it, it equals to 41. You minus the 11, it equals to 19, the spirit. This is second level D. This is the 40 world. Second level D. 19 is the spirit created by number 13. Man, 13. The number for man, 28. Cycle of the moon. Number 57. Cycle equaling to 3, 6, 31, 41, 42, 43, 48. Also to buy and to sell and the son of Pluto. This is man number 13, which will all create 43 DC. Now, if we want to go DC, CDC, we'll go 7 times 7 times 7 equals CDC, also known as 343, which will create 1919, the spirit inside the moon, because 19 times 3 equals to 57, and that is basic standard creation. When you multiply it this way, it becomes 39, standard creation in the Saturn sky to the 10 angel. 27 and 12. 27 and 12. I have to remember that somewhere. I don't remember why. 27 and 12. It's a configuration somewhere else. There's ways to get this. This can come into the half-life by 9 times 8 equals to 72, or it can come into the full life by the star system. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6 equals to 9 equals to 18, equaling to a total of 27. And the reason for that is because when you go multiplication, you're cutting a box. You're cutting a box, okay? When you cut a box, that box is now like that. So it becomes 1/4. And remember what 1/4 and 1/2 is. In between is 3, 3, 3. 1/2 can also be looked at as 0.5. 1/4 can be 0.25. You can also say 5 by 5. In order to find 5, it's 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will create your own 5. Well, if this doesn't create a complete 9, what does it mean? If 5 and 5 creates a whole, this creates 9. I'd have to have 9. What would I have to do in order to get here? I don't want to figure out that whole situation. 3 times 3 times 3 equals to your 27. 2 to the power 3, 3 to the power 2 creates the greatest number, number 27. It is recreated in the star system this way over here. So in finishing the 777, when you add the 777 together, it equals 21, equaling to the 364 days where the moon passes 13 cycles of 28 days to the numeric value of the moon, which is 35 and 12. When you multiply this, which is 8 and 3, which this at the end will end up to be 5, and this will be number 5, 55. So how do we do it? 3 times 5, and by the way, ho, 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 equals to 15. 3 plus 5 equals to 8. 8 and 15 equals to 8 and 15 equals to 23. Equals to 23. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will also equal to 23. This is a fixed 23. This is not a fixed 23 because it's 1 times 2, or you can go 1 plus 2 first. So this is revolving. And so does the 2 revolve from here to here, 1/4 turn. This side to this side. So now we have equalized, and this will add up to 5, so it'll be 55. So they're telling me that my moon pass is 55. So now when I calculate 77 times 75 equaling 5775, 77 times 75 equals to 5775. This is number 14. This is number 12. So they're talking that this one is female. I should just do it this way. This one becomes female, and we'll create the 5. This is not tout à fait male. What is this one? Because it will create the 9. See, 13 is the male. So what is 14? And then again, this is supposed to be the birth and the sun. And this is on the stripes, is on the solid side. This becomes a stripe. This is orange. This is yellow. This will represent the birth, 11 and 18. This will represent time. In rotation of orange and yellow. Orange, red is involved inside of this one. And red, the numeric value for red is number 27. 9 times 8, 9 plus 8. Okay, I did that already somewhere over here. Brings in their polarity, number 35. The other place for number 35 is when you go A, B, C, D, that is your 10 creation from E, okay, through I, E-I-E-I-O, okay, will equal to 35. So since we said it twice, we get 70. But I'm not going to get into that math right now. So that equals to the number 35. We do number 35. Okay, we figured a number out to the moon, which is 35, 7 times 5. We know it's the half-life, a quarter life, sorry, because we have to create an X. We use an X to create the number. We didn't use the 4 houses in addition. Minimum of 4 houses in addition. Remember, the single block is an obstruction to everything that's around it, and there are 8 numbers around it. In Monopoly, in the game of Monopoly, hold on a second. In the game of Monopoly, in this game here, if you notice, this area is rectangular. So the minimum size you are going to do to create this, and it's a 20 by 20 board, the minimum size to create this and this being square, and you can notice that there's a big center, right? You can put 4. 4 here, 2 wide. Although this should be 9. If this was 9, they both have the same height. So if this was 9 pieces, you'd have to have 3 high. So I'll put 3 high here. I'll put 3 high and 2 wide. 3 high and 2 wide. So if I had 3 high and 2 wide, right? Well, here it's 3 wide. So you have 3 high and 2 wide. So you'd have 18 times 3 equals to 54. The sun, all representing the sun all around the board. So since this would be 18, and this would be 3, and this would be 3, okay, that means the Monopoly board would be and the reality is the side is not all 10 areas, right? It's all 10 areas, which actually would look like this.
Uh, did I get this right? No, this one. Sorry, this one goes to the here, and then this one goes to here, I think. And then this one goes to here. Something like that. Something like that. This corner goes with this. And this goes with this side. This goes with this side. Or this goes with this side. Do you follow what I'm saying? This whole thing gets this. Then this whole thing gets this. Then this whole thing gets this. And this whole thing gets this. This owns this. This owns this. This owns this. This owns this. What each corner gets. And then the opposition. There's a whole thing going on in Monopoly. But whatever it is, going across Monopoly board, it's too wide. And the corners are 3 by 3. So if you'd have 3 by 3, if you'd have 3 high by 9 equals to 27. 3 high, 1, 2, 3, times 9 is 27. And there's 2 wide equals to 54. Plus the corner itself, which is 9, equals to 63. Times 3 equals to 189 plus 63 for the polarity. We have to know where we stop. 99 Jupiter Venus in creation of creation 363 414. The 7th gate polarity. You want to do the delta angle, the first polarity, the 7th gate, right? You want to do the first polarity. We're going to go 1 2 1. 3 and 1 4, 6 minus 2 4, 3 plus 1 4. 11 11 creation 121. So we're going to add this one on. We're going to end up with 252. We can go 17 and 17, which is Earth. 1 and 1, 2, 7 and 7, 14, 1 and 4, 5. We got Earth. We add on one more 17. We got Mars. The number 17 goes to Mars. The number 18 goes to the Sun. The number 19 goes to the Moon. 6 9 3. 18 creates 17. So the Sun creates Mars. 9 creates 6. What creates 19? Well, the first creation of 18, right, will create the one other side. Is that when A comes all the way back to this side, it comes back as number 19. So then you'd have 19, 20, 21 is A, B, C. Put 60 seconds on the clock, please. And instead of being first, right, you have first and you have last. And one of the reasons is a double first and last is because this one will get reduced into numbers as 1. But 21 is not just 21, it's 21st. So it is the original first and last inside this whatever. Okay, let me try and see if I can get back to what I was talking about. We're number 35. Number 35. Where else was number 35? Hold on a second. We had 35. Oh my God! To complete the moon to a 10 world, right? 575 to complete it. Okay, it's going to take 353 or 535 to complete it. 3 and 7 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 5 and 5 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. We now have 11. That is the invert, the recreate the 10 world, the 100. I don't know if you can understand that. I hope you could. 3 and 8 in this scenario is before birth, it's 3 to 8. And then with birth, okay, with birth, here it's 3 and 8 equals to 11. That is the creation. Now, if the alphabet ended up starting this way, I'm just trying to see if this would be Z. Yeah, if the alphabet started this way, I think this would start as B. No, let's not do this. No, I'm not going to do this. I have to go to 37. No, let's not do this. This is the E world. This is the E world, the half world of the heavens of creation. This is ho, ho, ho. Our vibration lies inside this one, which is extended, okay, from the numeric values in the moon, the male and the female, right here. 12 and 13 are right in these numbers because it took 12 and 13 to create each of these individual numbers. And please note that to create a 5, it takes a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 4. To create a 7, otherwise we have no polarity. The first thing we ever need in order for balance is 3. And that 3 found balance on the other side in 6. That is the reality of that cube. Where else am I? Yeah, so inside of 3, what I want to speak of, I'm going to speak about number 3 over here. And 3 is
It's the primary creation. It's according to, sorry. I'm only putting all this out according to things I read. 12, Hebrews follow the moon. Female 12 bats mitzvah. She's no longer just a female, and I don't like to say it, or woman. Before she was a girl, now she is a woman. Woman is number 66. 6 and 6 is 12. What is above 66 is 7 and 5, and that is the moon. And then there is 8 and 4, which is the sun, which is Pluto, which is the half-life, to buy and to sell and to create area space by the mathematics. 8 times 4, 8 plus 4, equaling to 32 and 12, 44. 44 will create 4 times 4, 16. That is the half-life, the half-light. 4 plus 4 is 8. So 8 is half of 16, creating day and night. 8 hours of sleep to 16 hours a day. 1 and 6 will create the 7. So now we have 7 and 8. The difference between 7 and 8, what it is when I showed you that last picture. When I show you this picture over here, here is 7, and it's dividing the other side of 8. See the way they're touching over here, right? This is where Mars can come in when something can be split down the center. I like to call that the Mars split, okay? But they're already connected. I never needed that. X marks the spot. So I'm just trying to understand the 7th gate takes both half of 6 here and both half of 6 here, 33. Then it takes inside the world. See where it's C6, right? You see underneath it? It's underneath number 6, and it's over here in between 5 and 4, this part over here. So it'll be 654, which will be that number. Fed. It'll be fed death, F-E-D, 456. 456 is how the gateway is created through the moon, the Fed. The federal. And the reason for that is it's a reserve. It's a reserve, something to do with information. They hold on to it. They send it out as fast as they could, because if they hold it too long, they'll run in default and the information won't come in anymore into the from the altar system. So 4 times 5, okay, equals to 20. Times 6 equals to 120, which is the house of the 7th gate, Mars. When you add up 1 to 15, it equals to 120. All zeros equal to 6, making it 126. And I don't care what order it is. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 plus 2 plus 1 equals to 9 and 12. 9 and 12. Okay. You see, before, let's see if I can do this.
Before, we went ABC standard equals to 6. Then we went D, E, F, G. D, E, F, G. That's where number 15 goes, the 15 ball and pull. into the O. And then you have to run number 7 all the way down. That's where we are right here. We're right here with that number, right here in the heart of all numbers. Star system, that's where it is. So let's continue on to this before I forget. This one over here is going to equal to 39. Okay. The original is A to I, which is 9 numbers equaling to 45. Then what I did is I went this way. We went A to I. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from I, okay, all the way over to U. Let me see, did I get that right? I all the way over to, no, sorry, L all the way over to U. Okay, 1 second. We went D over to I. Okay, let me redo this. It's ABC equals to 6. It's ABCD equals to 10. Okay, now when we do ABC, okay, it's A through I, okay, equals to 45. Now we're doing D through I equals to 35 plus JKL. We have to add on JKL, okay, equals to 68. 10, 11, and 12. In replacement of ABC. So now we have 68, the dividing of the 7th gate through creation. Where on one side is Jack's creation of ABCD, where it begins and where it ends on the other side of creation of the divided gates. J, inside of J is where your 6 is in your ABC. So what's next now, okay, since we went JKL, now what we're going to do is we're going to go L all the way over to U. L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. No, I don't think we're going to go to U. We are going to go to T. L over to T, which is 3 over to 2. It is the smallest, one of the smallest gaps in numbers that you can get. What I did is LMNOP, 5, QRST. That is 9. That is your cycle. These are all, this here, these are all cycles. Okay, by the way, this is 33. For those who aren't following, the rotation of ABC falls in the dividing gates of where the primary world, okay, is now at, did I get this right? I don't know why I keep marking 35, because D to I is not 35, it's 39. Okay, so I have to reset these numbers. So 39 and 33 is 72. So, mistake. Now the question is, should I be running this from E to I? Because it's A, B, C, D. So I would be running the primary, right? First it's A, B. Well, actually, first it's A. Then it's AA. Then it's AB. Then it's ABC. And then it's A, B, C, D. And once you reach D, you no longer need A anymore. And now you're B, C, D. And then in the next one, it's B, C, D, E, and you no longer need B. And now you go C, D, E, F, and now you no longer need C. But if you're understanding the cycle of things, of how things work, is here's a piece of paper, right? You see, here's a minus, here's a minus, here's a minus, here's a plus. This is the only box with a plus. So there's 3 boxes and there's 1 box. Since Earth works in 1 quarter, we're going to call this one Earth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to start life here. That means each one of these 3 boxes, okay, Everything started here on this side. This side didn't start till B. Or possibly, maybe if this was AB to begin, this box doesn't start till C. Or maybe I would have to do it one more time and go ABC, and then this box doesn't start till D since it's the fourth area. So you have inside your block, right? Inside your block center, you have C, you have B, then you would have A. Here's the block center. So the block center does not start at the numbers we think they start. They start at these numbers here. So what number would be over here? Would it be B also and B also? So it'll be B, B, B. And A doesn't exist in this world, not until you reach, I'm just trying to see, A, B, C, A, B, okay, right. I'm just trying to see. Let me do this again. Hold on a second. So if it's A, B, okay, now it's here. Okay, this is C. So C starts here. Okay, and D is over here. So this is where the dividing line, let me see if the dividing line can come in here. No, dividing line can't come in there. I think we have to start at E. I think we have to start at E. So if we start at E, A, B, C, D, E, what's before E? Do I put another D here? Trying to what's below it? Am I supposed to be going up or down? Right? If I go down, then another C was here. If I go up, an E would be going over here. So I go A, B, C up, and then I go this up as well because it's a straight line. It's not an angle. I'm just trying to figure this out. So if our world, if Earth starts at E, okay, and then over here is D, C, B, A. I'm just trying to think of it, how and where are they separated? Is there a separation here? Is this the primary separation? Are there more than one level? Because there's always three levels. Let me get back to where we were working on three levels. Oh my God, I hope I didn't lose any of the pages. Everything is three levels. Number 89. 17, I'm 35. I'm just thinking, I'm a little bit all over the place, right? When you look at the word bear, whoever runs by the word bear in space is the runner of man and woman. Whoever runs that bear. Whoever runs the eagle, right? This is more like Mars, 6, 13, 25, 31. Runs the moon, runner of the altered current, creator of the 19, creator of DC, the Eagles, creator of DC. 6, 13, 23, 25, and 531, the creator of the spirit and the eagle. The bear is number 26, which is the sleeping bear. E and A creates an O, which creates the gold. The gold in the moon and the other side. This will create the gold. Why does this create the gold? When EA comes together, okay, creates the letter 51 or 15, creates an O, put O and R together in French, it is gold. It is number 33. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3, it shows you rotation. What is 3 all about? Where is the polarity? We're going to end the video on this between C and D. The first time that fourth TH ever comes out, it comes out with D. So this is the primary basic standard creation. A, B, C, and D. AB is the basic creation, which inverts. You see, AB is the creation, which inverts, okay, to DC. And it inverts, and when you add them together, it creates a sky pass where this is 3 and this is 7. This one creates 4. This one creates 6. This is the moon girth. This is Jesus. This is creation of the gateway. This is where we understand these 18 and 9, where Jupiter comes in, Jupiter Venus comes in, and then it will create 3 quarters. 27 or 270, it doesn't matter, because measuring all the way around to here, okay, is 75%, which we talk about the moon again, which is also related to 270, which is fabricated by 6 times 3, 6 plus 3, equaling to 18 and equaling to 0,9. And don't forget, when you have a 0,9, it's 6, 9 in rotation. And it's also, where did you get that 9? That 9 will be a 6 and 3, 9. But there's a 5 and 4, 9 missing. And knowing that the polarity of 6, 3 in the cubic world is 1 and 4. And that will repeat the 5 and 9, the E world birth, the female, the 12, number 12, the letter R. The letter R, 12. Oh, God. Yeah, so it's the first of its kind. The first time that, see, DM, I don't know if I spoke about this before, but D, 1 plus 3 equals to 4. So this is in the D family. And for the first time, not only does D become in the time heaven, TH, but it is the first time it becomes the first of its kind in the teen world. And it begins at 13 and it ends at 19. And the crazy thing is this number will create this number. And 1 and 4 will create this number. So A, B, C, D creation creates the 9. So inside the 9, you have E, F, G, and H, life. 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we inverted this, we'd have 8 and 5, 7 and 6, we'd have 13, 13, or 44. 6 and 8, the dividing of the 7th gate to the moon. Toward the silver 85 matrix to the blue world of creation, 8 times 5, 8 plus 5, equals to 40, equals to 13, equals to 53. And also in liberty, 5 times 5, 5 plus 5, equals to 25 earth, and 10 creation, equaling to 35. And we get our 88 creation to the 7th gate. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2, 5. 12 creation into 88. 4 times 20 plus 8. 4 times 20 plus 8 equals to 88 plus 24 equals to 13. 4 times 20, 80. Plus 8, 88. All zeros equal to 6. 4 by 6 equals to 24. In fact, it's 3. First of all, this is the first time you're including 4 times something. It's never more than 3 times. It's 60 and then 20, 80. See, the dividing house is 6 and 8. So 3 times 20 is the 60, plus the 20 equaling to 80, showing us that you're connecting the house to the one quarter, to the 3 quarters. So 88 and 24, 8 and 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So in 8 and 4, which is the Sun, Pluto creation of the heavens, A, B, C, D, 10, because A, B, C, D equals the 10. So that creates the letter J, which creates 16, which creates the 7th gate, but I don't want to go there. 12, 1 and 2 is 3. 8 and 2 is 10, cycle of the moon. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. Now, because there's a 0 involved, we're going to change the 13 to now 73. The difference between 73 and 13 is 60. Put 60 seconds back on the clock, please. 88, purple. 88, purple made by red, 27, and blue, 40. Equaling to the total of 76. Blue equals to cold when you take a shower. Red equals to hot when you warm that shower up. Hot equals to number 43. Cold equals to number 34. You put hot and cold together, you make it warm, and you call it Christ.
So inside the final polarity of the letters, what happens when you get over to V? You see, when you get to L, it's the female and the male. Here it's ABC6. Here you've completed the 10. You have come back to A again. And it's not just me saying you come back to A. It's also this that says you come back to A. Sorry, it's not that. Where did it come back to A? Yes, it is. In the row of 1, A, D, G. This is in row number 1. 1, 4, 7. What's next? 1. It's 1, 4, 7, 1, 1, 4, 7, 1. The fourth 1 will bring you back to 1. Where will the seventh one bring you? The seventh one will bring you to 2 cycles, to 1 full cycle, and 3 parts of the next cycle, 1 3/4. Where will 8 take you in cycles? It'll be 2 full cycles. This will be 2 full cycles and 1/3. So there's a whole thing going on there. We did a whole lot of numbers. Things are not and weren't in order. I wanted to just hold on a second, where I wanted to finish with this 55, right? This is your primary creation. This is your freedom. So your 77, which I didn't finish yet, times 75 equaling 5775, which is 3 times 19 and 3 times 25. The total of these two is 44. And at the same time, 1 and 2 is 3. 9 and 5 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 44 and 35. So now what we're going to do is 7 and 7 is 14 times 7 and 5 is 12. 14 times 12. Since we're running by the moon, let's see if the moon can tell time. 14 times 12 equals to 168. There are 168 hours in a week. This Monopoly board, if I put 1 square in the center, and instead of telling you that the board was 3 by 3 to the corners, we're going to go 2 by 2 to the corners, and now calculate a Mars calculation. 2 by 2. 2 by 2. Here, it is 2 high. This is 2 wide. 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. So you have 4 of them. So you have 80, correct? You have 40 to go around. If it was, how high is this? If this is too high to go around, it's 40. You're only going around to the first corner over here. You have not hit these 3 here, or those 3 there, or those 3 there, or those 3 there. There are 12 that are left out if you only go here. I will show you. Here is the center. Here is the next. Here is the next. By the time you get to the end, the first one will be 1. This will be 8. Okay, this one over here will be 16. The next one will be 24. The next one will be 32. Okay, it'll be 8 and 16 and 24 and 32 and 40 and 48. The outline of Monopoly is 88, 56, 62, 70, 60, 68, 76, 80, hold on, 30, 56, 66, 76, 80. The total to the Monopoly board is 168 plus that 1 dot, 169. The division between gematria, the M and the N, the Son of Man, the creation of the Spirit, is 13 M&M. 13 times 13 equals 169. 14 times 14 equals 196. So in creation of the moon and the sun, the splitting of the two of the gematria pyramids. The gematria pyramids, I don't have them here right now, but I'm just showing you one of my creations.
is M and N, and that's where they split it, 13 and 14. Number 27, the big split is right over here, face to face. One of them, this will create 19, and this one will create 29. It's the first time it happens of its kind in this scenario. The other time where it happens of its kind is when 9 and 8 come together, because 9 and 8 will create 72 and 17. See, it's the 1 and 2 I'm looking for. See the 1 and 2? This will create 39. This is where your Saturn sky system comes in. This is where the gateway comes in. Because I have 80, they're in the set middle of the monopoly. We have to go to 86, dividing of the 7th gate. So I just want to finish off with this picture before I go. So this is the mathematics. And inside the mathematics, we have 52 Earth and 52 Earth. Where did we get 52 or 25? 5 times 5, we got 10. Here's 0, here's 1, 10. 5 times 5, 25. So in Freedom 55, I got Earth in this position and Earth in this position. Now what created this? Well, number 42 created it. 7 times 6, 42. No, that can't be real. I can't have a 42. What made 42? What made this connect over here? 4, 2. 4 times 4 is 16. 5 times 5, 6 times 6. Where did I get a 42 from? 8 times 8 is 64. 8 plus 8 is 16. I have a 14. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 plus... Okay. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 plus 4 is 8. So we create here. So number 4 creates this one. Where is number 5 and 1 being created? Where is number 5 and 1 being created? 5 and 1. 5 and 1. 5 times 5 equals to 25. 5 plus 5. No, that would be 5 and 3. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 and 6 is 12. 48. No. 7 times 7. 8 times 8. I need to know where I got the 5 and 1. See, that's Mars 5 and 1. I know where 3 and 5 comes from. It comes from 55. So the polarity to 55, right, becomes Mars. The polarity to 42 creation, which is 4 and 4, okay, becomes 6 and 2. And 62, how is that created? How is 62 created? 9 times 9 is 81. No. 8 times 8 is 64, and 16 is 80, becomes 86. 5 times 5, 25. I got to figure out how everything is created. I should have marked it a little bit neater. Let me do this. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 equals 4 and 4, 8. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. Okay, that's what it is. This is where Mars comes in. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 equals to 6, equals to 9, equals to 15. The reason I don't multiply it again is it cuts everything in half, and we're already cutting everything in half. So I don't need to do it again. It's entering the 4 worlds in half by doing it this way. These share squares versus, anyways, I don't want to, okay. So I've created that. 62, where does 62 come from? 26 or 62? 26 or 62, where did 26 or 62 come from? 26 or 62. 88. Where did I get 88 from? Oh, 88. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 plus 8 is 16. That's only 80. So why did I get so excited? You know, that's how you can create 8, right? I can come out here and do this again, because how do you create 8? 6 and 2, 5 and 3. or 3 and 5. The reverse is 24. So all these multiplications with the reversal on the cube, I'm going to have to come back and do another video. I'm going to come back and do another video if I can remember. Anyways, I'm a bit tired, and I think it's bedtime, and I want to thank you for watching this video. If anybody has any comments, then go ahead. And I want to see... somebody just wanted to do something here. Okay. 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 Okay, that's over my head already. Over my head. So no, I had to finish something. Sorry, I had to finish something. So I had to finish that in 5 and 2 and 5 and 2 Earth's heart. There's a duplicate here, and it shows 2 cubes, and then it's connected, okay, between 4 and 1 and 1 and 4. So where did I get number 41 from? Where did I get 14 from? Well, that comes from Christ, the Son. Number 14, 7 and 7 creates the 14. So 7 and 7 creates the 14, and then it runs into 52, which was created from 5 times 5, 5 plus 5. And we split the 8. And then we got into 63, which is created from 7 times 7, 7 plus 7. So how do we create this? It took 77. It took 55, the same numeric value for Christ and the sky pass into the moon. That creates this. 41 is created from the 7s. And this is created from the 55. The whole box, 51 is created from 33, creates the 51. 77 creates the 14. 25 creates the, right, 35. 55 creates the 35. And 55 also creates the 25. Okay, it also creates the 10. So we might be able to maybe, I'm just thinking, drag a peak out because of the 55. And when you drag that peak out, I don't know if I really want to do this, right? When you drag that peak out, draw lines this way. And now it's going to look, if you turn this camera on an angle, it's going to look like you're going all the way out this way and then all the way down this way. Can you see it? You're going all the way out this way and all the way down this way. So you can never see out. Anyways, Raphael, there's just so much going on. There's just so much going on. And hold on a second. There was one more point I wanted to make, that in between 8 and 1, which is a fabrication from Jupiter, 9 times 9, 9 plus 9, creating Venus. When you do that, you end up with 63. When you end up with 63, that's where 77 creates the 63 by 7 times 7, 7 plus 7. 14 and 49 equals to 77, 63. So it comes all the way down to 77 and then runs itself in through Venus, Jupiter. And it's split. On one side, it's 81. On the other side, it's, 1881. One's the angel, one's the planet. And then down here, we show the cap. Now, how's the cap created? By 8 times 8, 8 plus 8, the heavens will create the cap. And that cap can be found in a deck of cards. And you can see the cap over here. And the kings, I think, have it also, right? The same cap. But the queens, you see, they show angle, Mars. That's Mars one-cut angle, right? Is it Mars one-cut angle, or does Earth get the cut on an angle? You follow what I'm saying? Maybe it's Earth's angle. You see, because when it's one square, when Earth is created, Earth is 9. Okay, when it's created, the only way for Earth to go through that center is to go that way, or the only way to enter maybe into Earth is that way. Now, if you want to look at this, you can see that it's a distance and it's a great big passage. So I don't know if it's Earth or Mars. Usually Mars is a single line and Earth is two lines. But then if it goes onto an angle, maybe Earth can get one line because it's the only way to run through the heart by running that 45 angle. And that is the Fox pass to the sun, birth, whatever. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Blessed be art thou, and we know that there is more and beyond because of the word of God. Thank you very much. We stand undivided.